Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production channel here at YouTube. And of course, if you hadn't watched my announcement video from November 2nd, you'd probably know that this whole month is pretty much album reviews based around recommendations. And all these albums or releases are new releases from this year, and they were ones that I hadn't yet gotten to. So, of course, the first album review that really kicked off the album recommendations month was Blinka's Significantly, which was recommended to me by Painkiller, and I might have fucked up the album or EP title for that, but I don't want to do a whole nother retake. So, however, for this one, this was recommended to me by Stormrider. This, of course, is Iron Curtain's Guilty as Charged, which was released on October 14th. If you don't know who Iron Curtain are, they are a Spanish new wave, a traditional heavy metal band, being formed in 2007. This, of course, is a band that Host from Middle has definitely highly talked about. With that, I've definitely have knew about Iron Curtain for since like 2013. Have heard some of their stuff before. Definitely a good band. However, also, this is definitely, probably in general, the first release to be released through Pure Steel Records, because for their first two full-length albums and EPs, whatever, Iron Curtain were signed with Heavy Forces Records. So, with that, what can you expect from Iron Curtain? Well, if you have heard their music or even know of the new wave or traditional heavy metal, their sound is definitely very similar to Enforcer. And this release definitely reminds me a lot of the material at times off of, oh geez, what's that album called? Yeah, I think it was Into the Fire, Death by Fire. There you go, that one. It definitely reminds me a lot of that stuff, and maybe and some of this material is at times all similar to even the newest Enforcer album, which is From Beyond. So with that, the album definitely kicks off with three strong tracks in my opinion, which are Into the Fire, Lion's Breath, and Take It Back. Both great tracks, and even also the song Relentless is definitely very good. There really isn't any bad song on this album. Even the title track has some real cool licks here and there. Definitely not a bad album. However, just like with most of their releases, there's always a cover. And they have chosen quite a bit of covers. First one was like Girls' School. Next one was like Weapon UK. And it was Raven. Shit. That's pretty much all I can think of for those. But here, they cover the UK Fists, Turn the Hill On. Of course, Fists were a new wave, a British heavy metal band. And they definitely stick closely to the original track. They don't try to add too many, of their own little flavor to it. They do pretty much, they just stick to the original. Definitely, it's a song that even ends the album. While it's definitely a good cover, one that's definitely done, very true to the original, but at times, I kind of, though, prefer the original just because I had heard that one first before this, obviously. But still, good track. Release, definitely good. Let me also talk about for a little bit of guitar and singer Mike Leprosy. Whatever. Who's singing, even though he's got that very kind of Lemmy sort of style to him, but he kind of reminds me a bit of Max Human from Hollowed. If you don't know who Hollowed are, I had talked about him in one of my overrated or underrated series. They are an Italian heavy metal band. But his singing kind of reminds me a lot of that, and if you are very familiar with that band, if you are definitely one hardcore collector. Definitely his singing definitely reminds me a lot of that. And of course the music for Iron Curtain is definitely similar to the likes of Tank, Baron Rojo, Motorhead, Killer, and so forth. And of course Enforcer, who I've just compared them to. So, with that, the album is definitely great, there's definitely not a bad song, and probably the best thing I've heard from them probably at this point. So with that, the rating, 8.1 out of 10. Definitely a solid album, and definitely a just a good album. If you have not even heard of Iron Curtain or have never checked out material, I would say this would be kind of a good release to start with, or maybe even Jaguar Spirit. Maybe one of those. Doesn't matter. They are definitely a not a bad band. So, with that, if you had even heard this album, you can definitely post your comments down below. This is Heavy Thrasher saying I'm out. And I'll see you later.